Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, hockey fans of all genders and all ages, welcome to the Haldane Memorial Arena, home of the 2023 and 8th annual Lamont Nicholson Memorial Tournament. This facility is managed by a parent-led group of volunteers, and your assistance in helping to keep the arena clean is greatly appreciated. Warming blankets have been provided for your convenience in the bleacher section of the arena. Please remember to fold and return those blankets to their appropriate receptacles at the conclusion of this competition. And in this game, we have the team in the white sweaters, the Cazenovia Lakers, versus the team in the black sweaters, the Windsor, BC Black Knights. And here are your starting lineups. Beginning with Cazenovia. On defense, number 8, Jack Panoyer. On defense, number 17, Lucas Cornish. On offense, number 2, Seamus Newcomb. On offense, number 14, Henry Miller. On offense, number 16, Riley Montoya. And between the pipes defending the goal, number 31, Ezra Stahlberg. And now for the Windsor, BC Black Knights starting lineup. Beginning on defense, number 12, Alex Burpee. On defense, number 14, Christopher Pierce. On offense, number 2, Joseph Roberto. That's what I was told. On offense, number 16, Captain Will Pfeiffer. On offense, number 23, Camden Adams. And between the pipes, the goalie, number 1, Peterson Cressley. We will not be doing the national anthem before this game. Sorry, guys. But at this time, Ontario Bay would like to take a moment to remember one of our dedicated parents for whom this annual memorial tournament is named, Mr. Lamont Nicholson. Lamont passed away in 2015 after a long battle with complications stemming from pancreatitis. He was a longtime member and supporter of both Salmon River Hockey and Ontario Bay Hockey programs. Upon his passing, Lamont was on his second tour of duty in our programs with his son Daniel, and before with many years of coaching and watching his oldest son, Andrew. Lamont was a true supporter of both of our small programs and was always there when asked or needed, always willing to pitch in and help out. Lamont's family was the true meaning of hockey family. He was a great individual who will always be missed dearly by all of our hockey community. Will you now all please bow your heads for a moment of silence in honor of Mr. Nicholson. Thank you. And here with us tonight for a ceremonial puck drop are 2 of Lamont's 3 sons, Andrew and Daniel. Taking the ceremonial puck drop for Cazenovia, number 24, Jack Dan-Dalin. And for Windsor, BC, number 16, Will Pfeiffer. You can meet at center ice for our ceremonial puck drop, please. All right, one more time. Let's hear it for Lamont Nicholson and the Nicholson family. Now, as you may have noticed on your way in, we are having a 50-50 raffle this game. Be sure to stop by and pick up as many tickets as you possibly can. The more tickets you have, the greater your chance for winning. While you're out there, the Cold Front Cafe is open, filled with delicious, delectable delights for your nutritional needs. Make sure you stop by and stop by often. It's filled with warm, hot, homemade crock-pot meals made just for you. Now, if you're ready, I'm ready, we're ready, let's play some hockey! Here we go. 17 minutes up on the clock. I'm actually not sure who's home and who's away. We'll figure it out soon enough. Where is he going? Oh, mouth guard? Or yeah, but he's not wearing a mouth guard, so I'm not sure what's happening. Well, we've got rules. Mouth guards, neck guards, shin guards. Yeah, even the goalie had to come off to get a mouth guard. Interesting. Yeah, they are. Mouth guards are everywhere. And now the officials are off the ice. I don't know what's happening. He probably forgot his mouth guard. Or I forgot his whistle. All right, here we go. Finally, there's the puck drop. Face-off won by Windsor. Puck comes all the way back to the goalie, Peterson Cressley. And it's a high stick by the Cazenovia, so that'll bring the face-off all the way back down to the Caz end of the ice. Face-off taken, Henry Miller and Camden Adams. Miller wins, pushes that puck forward, comes back into the neutral zone. And that puck gets tipped up into the Windsor bench, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Face-off won by Windsor. Puck goes back to Christopher Pierce. He sends that up into the neutral zone. Play there by Jack Penoyer of Cazenovia. Penoyer goes down to his knees. Puck comes all the way across the ice, picked up by Christopher Pierce. Pierce sends this into the neutral zone, picked up by Miller of Cazenovia. Miller brings this into the offensive end. Puck gets poked away, goes into the neutral zone. Play there by Lucas Cornish. Cornish loses that puck, goes all the way down into the corner. Jack Penoyer rips this around for Cornish on the near side. Cornish can't hold it, played by Montoya. Montoya gets this to Cornish, almost. Montoya with it. Montoya coming out, dumps that puck in at the blue line, goes off for his change. Puck picked up behind the net by Ashton Werner. Werner sends it up on the near side to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer sends this back behind the goal. And here comes Camden Adams. Adams sends this into the neutral zone, picked up by Jack Casey of Cazenovia. Casey sends that puck in deep. At the corner, played on by Jack Hitchshoe. Excuse me. That got tipped by Windsor. It goes the length of the ice, and that is going to be an icing. It'll bring the faceoff all the way back down with just about 15 and a half minutes to go in this first period. Miller facing off against Max DeVoe. Miller wins, draws that puck back to defense. Shot fired, saved by Cressley. Rebound goes into the corner. Picked up there by Henry Miller. Miller going around behind the net, sends this up to the point. One-timer back to Miller. Miller not able to catch that pass back. Goes all the way up to the point position, sends that in deep. Seamus Newcomb sends that back behind the goal. Joseph Pierce pushing his way through. Puck still stayed by Cazenovia. Miller sends it over to Di Natale. Di Natale fires that puck, goes into the corner. Montoya moves it up to Finn Hagen. Hagen centering pass. Puck is loose. Peterson Cressley slides across the crease, gets a piece of it. And Montoya touches that puck, and I think the net came off. We'll have a face-off in the Windsor end of the ice. Anthony Mazzeo taking a face-off for Windsor, squaring up against Landon Briggs of Cazenovia. Mazzeo wins, draws that puck back for Max Fiumera. Fiumera sends this around along the boards. Windsor trying to get that puck out, held by Cazenovia. Picking that puck up is Alex Pappas. Pappas sends this towards the goal, gets blocked by Mazzeo. Mazzeo passes this off, comes up into the neutral zone with Aiden Room. The Cazenovia end of the ice. Mazzeo holds that, sends that puck back behind the net. Lucas Cornish picks it up. Cornish coming around into the neutral zone, passes that puck over to Seamus Newcomb. Newcomb loses that puck. It cascades back over the end line. Grabbed by Cornish. Cornish brings this out into the slot, swept away by Max Fiumera. Fiumera gets us into the neutral zone for Brock Malazet. He loses it as he gets hit. Alex Pappas sends this across the ice. Picked up by Mazzeo. Mazzeo shot fires, saved Ezra Stahlberg. Puck is loose, picked up by Jack Donlin behind the goal. Donlin coming up on the near side. Donlin loses that puck as he hits the blue line. It goes into the corner. He goes in a play on it, puts a hit on Max Fiumera as Max came over to make a play on that puck. Corbin Murcia grabs it, sends that back around for Fiumera. Fiumera can't get it. Puck goes to Dylan Terrell. Terrell takes it back behind his goal. Terrell tries snapping it up, blocked by Jack Hitchshoe. Puck goes behind the Windsor net. to the corner now. Max Fiumero going after it. Sends that puck back on the near side for Murcia. Murcia passes it up for Terrell. Terrell grabs his puck. Soft pass up to Mazzeo. Mazzeo gets it into the neutral zone. Immediately grabbed by Finn Hagen. Hagen dumps that puck in. Goes on net. Saved by Peterson Presley. There's the faceoff won by Cazenovia. Riley Montoya lost it as he went to go take the shot. Will Pfeiffer coming back with it. Pfeiffer, nice move, shot, save, Ezra Stahlberg, and Ezra holds on to that puck. Face off to the left side of Stahlberg, comes out to the point position. Christopher Pierce tries snapping it forward, gets deflected. Cornish coming back the other way with Cazenovia. Cornish tries centering it, gets deflected, held in by Hitchu. Picked up, though, by Christopher Pierce. Pierce rips this all the way across for Camden Adams. Adams couldn't catch it. Jack Penoyer tries sending that puck back out. Taken away by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's shot blocked out in front. Pfeiffer trying to grab it again, goes to the corner. Gets around Montoya, sends that puck behind the goal for Camden Adams. Adams at the corner, looking for somebody to pass to, drops it back into the corner for Cohen Werner. Werner drops it back in deep for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer sends it around, chased down by Cohen Werner. Werner drops it back behind the goal into Gretzky's office for Will Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer with it, goes to the corner, looking for somebody to pass to. Up at the hash mark, now top of the circle, drops it back into the corner. Puck comes back out to the point, picked up by Seamus Newcomb for Cazenovia. Newcomb loses it. Henry Miller there. Miller, short pass to Cornish. Cornish sends his puck forward, turns this over to Windsor. Windsor coming back the other way. Werner to Adams. Adams into the offensive end, turned back out. Here's Montoya coming back with Cazenovia. Montoya forced over to the side, drops that puck into the corner as he gets hit. Puck goes in back behind the goal, played by Vinny DiNatale, as well as Camden Adams for Windsor. At the hash mark, Cohen Werner for Windsor, trying to get that out, held in by DiNatale. DiNatale dumps that puck back in, picked up by Christopher Pierce. Pierce swings once and misses. Second time picks that puck up. Here comes Pierce, sends that puck up, goes off the leg of Briggs, makes its way into the neutral zone, turned over to Cazenovia. Casey with it, sends it forward for DiNatale. DiNatale spinning, not able to get any solid twig on it. Casey turns, fires, blocked out, deflected in front, goes back behind the goal. Max DeVoe tries ripping it around, gets it up to Anthony Mazzeo. Mazzeo gets this into the neutral zone. Cohen Werner loses an edge, almost breaks an ankle. Puck comes back with Cazenovia. Alex Pappas sends this in deep, goes back behind the goal, picked up by Alex Burpee. Burpee can't hold it. Puck comes loose. Max DeVoe grabs it. DeVoe retreats back behind his goal. Sends this hard along the boards. Stolen away by Finn Hagen of Cazenovia. Hagen sends this around to the far corner. Chasing it down, Alex Burpee of Windsor. Puck goes into the neutral zone. Jack Donlin for Cazenovia picks it up, sends it forward, gets returned right back. Cohen Werner dumps that puck in, goes off for his change with the Windsor Black Knights. Puck comes back out into the neutral zone, fresh off the bench. Ashton Werner passes over to Joseph Pierce. Pierce back to Werner. Werner up to Keon Seti on the center line. Seti brings this into the offensive end. Jack Casey steals it behind the goal for Cazenovia. Rips that puck all the way around. Stopped at the blue line by Joseph Pierce. Pierce fires it forward. Gets returned back. Pierce collects it in the neutral zone. Pierce sends his puck over to Ashton Werner. Werner sends this up. And it's collected by Lucas Cornish at his end of the ice. Ashton Werner for Windsor. Passes puck up for Dylan Terrell. Terrell loses it. Makes its way into the neutral zone. Grabbed by Dylan George, who rips his puck forward for Cazenovia. Montoya collects that puck at his end of the ice, passes up to Henry Miller. Miller backhands this into the neutral zone, stolen by Dylan Terrell. Terrell shot on goal, save Ezra Stahlberg. Face-off will be to the left side of Ezra Stahlberg. Camden Adams in for the faceoff, wins the draw, brings it back from Max Fiumera, comes back to the center point. Far forward deflected, goes into the corner. There's a check made by Lucas Cornish. Puck is loose in the slot, backhand kick save, Ezra Stahlberg. Puck gets cleared all the way out into the neutral zone. Ashton Werner with it, tries sending it up. Montoya blocks it and steals it. Montoya going forward, twisting, loses that puck at the corner, comes back up. Will Pfeiffer has that poked away by Cornish, but behind him is Max Fiumera. Fiumera sends that puck all the way to the far corner, chased down by Elijah Myers of Cazenovia and Camden Adams. Adams sends this back out in front, and Ezra Stahlberg able to hold on to that puck for the save and the faceoff. Face off to the right side of Stahlberg. Anthony Mazzeo squaring off against Jack Donlin. Donlin draws that puck back. Cazenovia rips this all the way up. Dylan George got a piece of it. It's going to chase after to get it before it ices. Does. Tries centering. That gets blocked by Alex Burpee. Cazenovia recovers. Sends that to the middle. Burpee again blocks it. Puck held at the point by Hagen. Finn sends this up to the corner. Jack Hitchrew not able to get to it in time. Donlin holds it. Puck goes towards the goal. I'm not sure if Cressley got a piece of that or not. There's a shot by Hagen and a goal. Hey, look at that. Cazenovia's the home team. I had that right. Who knew? Cazenovia goal scored by number 4, Finn Hagen. Assisted by number 11, Jack Hitchrew. 4 from 11. Time of the Cazenovia Lakers goal, 8:42. And just like that, Cazenovia leads 1-0. Oh, it's Haichu. There's a G in there. Totally missed that. Nice hard pass to Pappas. Pappas fires that in, goes off the glass, drops down. Chasing in after it, Vinny DiNatale. DiNatale in the corner with Ashton Werner and others. Cohen Werner able to get that puck out. Goes the length of the ice, and icing is waved off. Puck picked up, Lucas Cornish. Cornish challenged by Will Pfeiffer. Cornish comes back on the near side, passes this puck hard onto the other side for his teammate, and that gets collected by Peterson Cressley, who's going to hold on to it for the faceoff. There's the face-off. Puck comes across to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer moves forward, sends that off the boards. Played by Jack Penoyer of Cazenovia. Sends this back. Caught by Joseph Pierce. Pierce passes over to Ashton Werner. Werner gets us into the neutral zone for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer loses it to Montoya. Montoya of Cazenovia loses it to Pfeiffer. And that puck is loose in the neutral zone. Ping-ponging back and forth. Coming away with it is O'Reilly Montoya. Montoya moving in. Forehand, backhand, misses, hits the side of the net. From the corner, Cazenovia sends this back to the point for Cornish. Cornish winds up, shot blocked by Pfeiffer. Puck drops down, Ashton Werner coming out with it. Werner through the neutral zone on the far side, stops short, trying to lose Seamus Newcomb. Sends this into the slot, picked up by Lucas Cornish. Cornish trying to get that by Pfeiffer, gets it to Montoya. Montoya loses that puck, but it coasts its way right to Penoyer. Penoyer rips this all the way down the length of the ice. That's no icing. Picked up by Fiumera. Fiumera backhands it to the corner. Played there by Henry Miller. Miller dumps this back in deep behind the goal. Jack Donlin picks it up. Donlin runs into Pierce. Stays on his feet, though. Puck goes back to the point. Jack Casey fires it. Gets blocked. Centering pass. Kick save. Rebound shot. Save. Cressley. Not Presley. Presley had different talents than Cressley. Anthony Mazzeo passes that puck up to Fiumera. Fiumera tried sending it across. That gets blocked by Jack Casey. Casey backhands this puck over for Jack Donlin. Donlin over the blue line. Shot fired. Hits the post and comes back out. At the point, Casey not able to hold it in. Comes out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Donlin. Rips this in. Goes in deep. Played on by Dylan George. George gives it to Haichu. Puck is loose along the boards. Hagen trying to keep it in. Backhands it along the boards. Comes out for Dylan George. Puck goes to the corner. Played by Fiumera of Windsor. And this puck comes out through the neutral zone. Chased down by Casey of Cazenovia. Pass over near side for Finn Hagen. Hagen can't hold it. Gets it up to George, though. George passes this all the way across for Alex Pappas. Pappas brings this into the offensive end. Goes into the slot. Gets swept away. Picked up by Christopher Pierce. Pierce gets this into the neutral zone. Turned back by Cazenovia. Back out by Windsor. Cazenovia collecting it at their end of the ice. Casey rips this all the way across in the neutral zone. Picked up Landon Briggs. Backhands this into the offensive end. Briggs chasing after it, as is Alex Burpee. Burpee lost his footing for a moment. Coming back, Landon Briggs gets this up along the boards, and Briggs takes out Werner. And he's going to get called for that one. Oh, and he's giving him a 5-minute major for a hit from behind. It didn't seem like that bad, but I guess that's his interpretation. Cazenovia penalty, number 26, Landon Briggs, 5-minute major for a hit from behind. Number 26, 5-minute major, hit from behind. Time of the major penalty, 13:00. It's a Windsor power play. Puck comes across to Camden Adams. He rips that puck in. So Landon Briggs is done for the period. And 1 minute into the second period, regardless of how many goals Windsor Black Knights might score. Puck comes out to the point for Burpee. Burpee passes it over for Pierce. One-timer fired shot save, Ezra Stahlberg. Black Knights pass behind Camden Adams. Adams misses it. Gets picked up by Jack Donlin. Donlin dumps his puck down the length of the ice. Chasing after it, Will Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer curls around short of his net. Passes his puck across for Pierce. Pierce loses this. Puck comes back. Riley Montoya with it. Montoya sends this into the corner and skates away as Pfeiffer takes it back behind his net. Pfeiffer skating up through the middle of the ice. Pfeiffer crossing over center line. Goes east-west along that blue line, fires it off the boards, gets picked up by Cornish. Cornish gets this out into the neutral zone, collected by Burpee. Burpee over to Pierce. Pierce sends it back over for Adams. Camden Adams crosses over the blue line into the offensive zone, dumps that puck in, back around behind the net, played on the far side by Anthony Mazzeo. Mazzeo sends this behind the goal for Camden Adams. Adams back to Mazzeo. Mazzeo back to Adams. Adams to Mazzeo. Mazzeo to Adams. Adams out to the point for Werner. Ashton Werner tried sending it back. Gets poked away by Montoya. Recovered by Camden Adams. Adams goes in deep at the corner. Drops that puck back for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer sends it up for Werner. Werner comes over to center point. Snaps that puck forward. Gets deflected off the stick of Alex Pappas. Played by Cazenovia. I'm sorry, not Pappas. That's Newcomb. Seamus Newcomb passes puck across. Shot and a goal. Riley Montoya. Cazenovia short-handed goal scored by number 16, Riley Montoya, assisted by number 2, Seamus Newcomb. 16 from 2. Time of the Cazenovia Lakers short-handed goal, 14:59. Cazenovia penalty, number 11, Jack Haichu, 2-minute minor for tripping. Number 11, 2 minutes, trip. Time of the minor penalty, 15:14. So it's 5-on-3 for the remainder of this period, or until a goal gets scored. Cazenovia trying to clear that puck out. No, it's not held. Snyder not able to hold it. Battling against Donlin. Donlin being aggressive there, passes that puck off and gets it to Casey. Casey sends this back over to Hagen. Hagen launches this down the length of the ice. Collected by Ashton Werner behind his goal. Werner coming up with this puck. Werner over the center line. Now Werner into the offensive end. Werner leaning. Backhand shot. Save. Stahlberg. Rebound. Pop fired. And that goes off the netting. 1 minute of play remaining in the first period. 1 minute remaining. Here's a face-off won by Windsor. Puck comes to Alex Burpee. Burpee passes over to Pierce. One-timer rip slap shot off the glass. Comes back to Burpee. Burpee to Pierce. Pierce center point, fires it. That goes off the stick of Henry Miller into the netting. That'll keep the faceoff inside the zone. Donlin comes in to take the faceoff against Camden Adams. Puck comes back through into the neutral zone, and Alex Burpee chases that puck down. Burpee passes his puck up to Joseph Roberto. Roberto over to Pierce. Pierce, short pass to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer touches it forward for Roberto. Roberto moving in. Shot. Save. Ezra Stahlberg. Camden Adams facing off against Jack Donlin. Puck goes over to the boards. Pfeiffer sends it back to the point for Pierce. Pierce hits Donlin. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Pierce passes to Burpee. Burpee over to Adams. Adams sends this forward. It gets deflected. Comes back to Pierce. And we're going to call that a hand pass. It did not get deflected. It went off of his hand. That'll bring the face off all the way down to the Windsor end of the ice. Face-off will be to the left side of Peterson Cressley. Max DeVoe is going to square up against Jack Donlin. Donlin wins that draw, comes back, and gets sent all the way down. That's going to be an icing. 7.3 seconds to go in the period. Bring the face-off all the way back down to Cressley. Max DeVoe facing off against Donlin again. DeVoe draws that puck back for Bennett Snyder. Snyder with it goes back behind his net, and that's where this period's going to end. And that concludes another exciting period of ice hockey at the Haldane Memorial Arena, home of the 8th annual Lamont Nicholson Tournament. Be sure to pick up your 50-50 raffle tickets. We'll have the 50-50 drawing during the third period. Get your tickets now while you can. While you're out there, stop by the Cold Front Cafe to get something delicious and hot to eat. We've got homemade crock pot meals just for you. Make sure you get some. Make sure you get a lot. All right, well, I'm the Dan-Dalin. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support during this intermission. Please enjoy these sponsors. Refs are ready. I'm ready. Let's get this game going. 5-on-3 for 14 seconds, and then it'll be a 5-on-4 for 46 seconds for the Windsor Black Knights. Max DeVoe taking that face-off, won by Cazenovia. Hagen sends that puck forward, goes right to Bennett Snyder. Snyder sends it over to Ashton Werner. Werner looking for a way to go. Short pass up to Max DeVoe. DeVoe brings this into the offensive end, stops short, lets his team set up. One comes in, shot fired by Werner from the point, save by Ezra Stahlberg. Windsor around on her near side. Bennett Snyder from the point sends this across for Ashton Werner. Werner barely gets a piece of it, but enough to get it to Max DeVoe. DeVoe tries sending this forward. This gets turned out by Cazenovia. Goes all the way down the length of the ice. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Bennett Snyder loses it. Goes all the way back down to the Black Knights' end of the ice. Picked up by Montoya. Montoya from behind the goal. Looking, centering pass into the slot, and Dan-Dalin not able to get it. Held in, though. Montoya pokes his puck forward, and it just turned back out by Max DeVoe. Casey brings that over into the offensive end. Winds up, shot, save made by Cressley. Coming out with this puck now, Cohen Werner. Werner over the blue line into the offensive end. Centering pass gets blocked by Penoyer. Follows through into the middle. Dan-Dalin able to poke that out to the side. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Ashton Werner gets a piece of it. Sends that in deep. Penoyer plays it off the backboards for Cazenovia. Kicks it up to his stick and then passes it up to Dan-Dalin. Dan-Dalin shot fired. Glove save. Peterson Cressley. Cressley drops this down for Christopher Pierce. Pierce almost lost it in the crease. Gets it over to Pfeiffer. Here comes Pfeiffer up through the neutral zone. Dumps that puck in. Chases after it along the far board. Picking that puck up, though, Dylan Terrell sends that back behind the goal. Now Cazenovia rips this around onto the near side. Dylan George trying to get it out. Held in by Pfeiffer. Sends this into the corner. Dylan Terrell rips this back behind the goal. Played there by Setti. Setti sends this out to the center point. George pushes it out into the neutral zone for Cazenovia. George putting some pressure on. Puck comes loose. Pfeiffer can't get to it. Puck comes over. Pfeiffer plays it off the boards. Pfeiffer at the corner. Pfeiffer pushed off by Finn Hagen. Puck comes up, and that bounces by Christopher Pierce's stick all the way down the length of the ice, and that's going to be an icing. We've got last call for the 50-50 raffle tickets. Make sure you get your 50-50 raffle tickets. The drawing will be coming up shortly. Anthony Mazzeo in for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Cazenovia. Casey sends that puck around behind his own net up for Vinny DiNatale. DiNatale gets it into the neutral zone. Stopped by Ashton Werner. Werner sends this across. Goes to Casey, though. Casey kicks this up into the offensive zone. Joseph Pierce takes this behind his net. Gives it to Ashton Werner. Werner blows a tire. DiNatale there. Pushes this puck forward. And the far corner, Landon Briggs picks it up. Briggs tried giving it back to DiNatale. Gets stolen by Windsor. Brock Malajczyk. Or Malicek. I'm going to say Malajczyk. Anyway, Brock with that puck on the far side. Sends this in deep. Mazzeo from behind the goal gives it back to Brock Malajczyk. He loses it. Finn Hagen picks it up, sends it off the glass, gets it to Vinny DiNatale. DiNatale tries a long pass to Pappas, too soft, and that is easily stolen by Joseph Pierce. Pierce can't get the shot off. Aiden Room behind, fires that, gets deflected. Room chases it down into the corner. Pierce from the point, sticked aside by Ezra Stahlberg. At the hash mark, fired by Camden Adams, misses. Puck comes up on the near side. Alex Pappas, we got knee on knee. Pappas is down. Hopefully it's nothing too severe. It was contact. It didn't look intentional at all, but however, it did occur. I don't know if they're going to go with a slew foot trip or knee on knee. Our hope is that Pappas is going to be okay. Coach is making his way over without any assistance from any players. Steve Olson, the president of Salmon River Ice Hockey Association, and a nurse is going onto the ice to check on Pappas. It is his right knee that received the collision. And for that knee-on-knee, I believe that Joseph Pierce is going to be removed from the game. And Pappas is up, and he's skating off on his own. That is a good sign. Windsor, BC penalty, number 24. 5-minute major knee-on-knee and a game misconduct. Penalty served by number 3. So number 24, Joseph Pierce, 5-minute major for knee-on-knee. That's a game misconduct. Penalty served by number 3, Dylan Terrell. Time of the major penalty, 4:07. Here's a face-off won by Cazenovia. Comes back, Cornish with it. Cornish passes that puck over to Casey. Casey tried to send it over to the hash mark. Gets deflected. Grabbed by Will Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer sends this down the length of the ice. Casey's going to chase after it. Has Camden Adams on his tail. Now picking it up is Montoya. Montoya sends it back to Casey. Casey back into the corner for Cornish now. Cornish back to Casey. And Casey gives it to Montoya. Here comes Montoya with full speed. Montoya weaving his way through into the slot, stops, goes over to the hash mark, passes puck into the slot for Cornish. Cornish couldn't get a shot off as he lost that in his skates. Cornish on the near side, comes up to the hash mark, dumps that puck in deep for Dylan George. George comes back to the corner, now to the hash mark, switches positions, sends it to the center point for Casey. Casey passes over to Haichu. Haichu fires it across and misses. Lucas Cornish grabs it off the boards. Center point to Casey. Casey dumps it in deep. Going back behind the net is Newcomb. Seamus leaves it there for Cornish. Cornish on the near side, gives it to Dylan George. George to center point for Casey. Casey back to George at the point. George back to Casey at center point. Center point over to Haichu. Haichu into the middle for Newcomb. Shot, and that gets nice stick check by Will Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer can't clear it past Casey at the blue line, who holds it and dumps that puck in deep. Seamus Newcomb going in to pick that puck up from behind the goal. Kicks it out loose for Lucas Cornish. Cornish takes it to the corner. And now drops it back behind the goal for Montoya. Montoya over to Cornish. Shot fired. Misses. Gets deflected. Goes all the way around. Casey's not going to be able to get to that one. He's going to have to chase that all the way down to his end of the ice. And that gives Windsor time for a change. Here comes Casey ripping through the middle over the blue line. Passes puck over to Seamus Newcomb. Newcomb plays it off of the boards. Curls around. Setting up the umbrella. Newcomb back to Casey at the point. Casey back to Newcomb at the hash mark. Hash mark all the way across to Dan-Dalin. Dan-Dalin shot fired. Safe. Goes off the boards. Comes out. Casey holds it at the point. Casey across to Donlin. Donlin zigzagging to Newcomb. Newcomb shot that gets deflected, goes wide right. Donlin plays it and sends this back in deep behind the net. Newcomb chasing after it, spearing at it is Burpee trying to get it out. Assisting it is Werner. Gets it out over the blue line into the neutral zone. Played on by Miller. Miller drops it back to Donlin. Donlin trying to move forward. Donlin gets this over the blue line, picked up by Max DeVoe. DeVoe rips this back for Windsor. Ezra Stahlberg rips this around behind his goal. Puck gets passed out to Miller. Miller skating forward. It's a 1-on-3. Miller stops short at the hash mark to set it back up. Miller dumps this puck in deep, goes all the way around far side to Donlin. Donlin plays it off the boards into the corner for Haichu. Haichu rips this back behind the net for Miller. Miller, center point, comes back to him. Miller back to center point for Hagen. Hagen over to Donlin. Donlin's stick breaks. He's got to drop it down. He tries kicking it forward. That gets fired on net. Save by Cressley. Grab by Windsor, and they're able to clear that out into the neutral zone. And Jack Donlin's got a new $300 twig in his hand. Shot fired on net. Save by Cressley, and Cressley's going to cover that one up. $350, huh? Couldn't even get a goal out of it. Face-off will be to the left side of Cressley. Mazzeo ready for Windsor. Seamus Newcomb's going to take the face-off for Cazenovia. Puck comes back to Montoya at the point. Montoya drops it off for Cornish. Cornish comes over into the center. Not the slender. There's no such thing as a slender. Puck gets sent all the way down the length of the ice. Grabbed by Stahlberg. Ezra rips this around behind the goal for Casey. Casey picks it up on the near side. Drops this puck off for Montoya. Montoya coming through the middle over the blue line into the offensive end. Montoya loses it in the slot. Papa's shot fire gets blocked immediately. Good to see him back out on the ice. Seamus Newcomb coming around onto the side. 1 minute left in the 5-minute major. Casey to Newcomb. Newcomb all the way across. Shot fired by Cornish. Goes high. Played by Mazzeo. Mazzeo has it tied up along the boards. Coming away with it is Seamus Newcomb. Newcomb along the side, back to Cornish. Lucas looking for somebody to pass through or to take a shot, waiting for that lane to open up. Sends this to the far corner for Montoya. Montoya back to Cornish. Cornish shot, save by Cressley. Puck gets cleared out all the way down the length of the ice. Ezra Stahlberg's going to stall it behind his goal. Picked up by Jack Casey. Brock Malajcik fell down and went into the goal. Montoya coming out with it. Montoya in the slot. Shot deflected away by Burpee. Montoya trying to play it off the backboards. Burpee goes down. Flicks that puck out to Piper. Piper sends it held in by Casey. Casey drops his puck down. Gives it to Donlin. Donlin fires it, picked up by Pierce. Christopher Pierce fires this the length of the ice on net, saves Stahlberg. Puck goes to the corner, picked up by Donlin, and the 5-minute major has expired. Roberto holds that puck in. Donlin coming back out with it. Here comes Donlin over the blue line, moving forward. He gets tied up. Centering pass goes all the way across off the boards. Elijah Myers not able to hold it. Retreating back is Hagen. Hagen gets it up to Myers. Myers swats at it, so it's off the boards. Henry Miller picking it up. Puck gets fired forward. Digging it back out is Alex Burpee. Burpee sends it around, held in by Myers. Myers sends this forward. Playing it right there is Windsor. Windsor gets it into the neutral zone. Stopped by Hagen. Hagen dumps this puck in deep. Picked up at the corner by Christopher Pierce. Pierce trying to kick this puck out. Comes out into the middle. Played on by Pappas. Shot goes wide. Pappas not able to get it. Lucas Cornish holds this at the point. Cornish sends this up at the hash mark. Shot on net. Save by Peterson Cressley, and it's pinned underneath his knee. There's a face-off. Puck goes to the corner, comes back out to the point. Fired by Pop. Nope, there's Pappas taking that shot. Save by Cressley. Another face-off to the right side of Peterson-Cressley. Landon Briggs taking a face-off for Kaz. Face-off won by Windsor. Comes around to Bennett Snyder. Snyder tried snapping it out, not able to do so. Pappas pokes at it, sends it forward. With that puck now is Vinny DiNatale. DiNatale forced to play with it in the corner. Puck comes up. Penoyer not able to get it. Coming out with this puck now, Ashton Werner. Werner gets wrapped up by Pappas. Coming in behind, Bennett Snyder. Snyder sliding up, shot fired. Not able to get it in. Lucas Cornish tried playing it. Snyder takes it away, now poked away by Cazenovia on the far side. DiNatale trying to get it out. Puck is held in. Cone Werner going after it. Back behind the net, Bennett Snyder. Snyder trying to pull that puck around. Snyder at the corner. Sends it back up to the point for Ashton Werner. Werner can't hold it. It got tipped away. He's got Pappas hot on his tail. Werner gets to it. Ashton goes behind the goal and drops that puck back behind him for Bennett Snyder. Snyder soft pass up to Max DeVoe. DeVoe trying to bring that forward. It gets stopped by Montoya in the neutral zone. This gets ripped in deep. Collected by Windsor. Shot fired. Save Ezra Stahlberg. Will Pfeiffer in deep. Sends this up. Goes off the paddle of Stahlberg. Comes out to the point. Back in by Fiumera. He gets it to Will Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer comes into the slot. Shot deflected. High stick made by Kayan Setti, and then Setti touches it again. That'll be the high stick call. That'll bring the face-off all the way back down to the Windsor end of the ice. Face-off to the right side, won by Windsor. Puck goes to the corner. Sent across the paint by Cazenovia. Comes off the boards. Windsor passing it up to Setti. Setti sends this all the way across for Terrell. Dylan Terrell dumps that puck into the corner. Chasing it down. First one to it. Finn Hagen for the Cazenovia Lakers. Here comes Hagen. Out. Passes his puck up to Haichu. Haichu sends this into the offensive end. Chases after it. And that gets fired by Christopher Pierce. And that goes into the netting and out of play. We'll have a face-off deep in the Windsor Black Knights zone. 2-0 Cazenovia Lakers lead over Windsor BC Black Knights with just under 5 minutes to go in the second period. Face-off won by Windsor, held in by Hagen. Hagen sends this forward, picked up by Aiden Room. Room able to get this out. It zigzags its way across the ice. Played by Casey in front of his own net. Casey for Cazenovia goes back behind his goal. Pass that puck up off the boards to give it to Vinny DiNatale. DiNatale coming in, centering pass. Gets taken away by Max Fiumera. Fiumera gets it to Mazzeo. Mazzeo sends this across for Aiden Room. Room loses it and goes down. Casey gets taken out by Ashton Werner. Pass across. DiNatale not able to pull the trigger on that backhand. This gets cleared by Mazzeo, and that's an easy icing call for the official. Face off to the right side of Cressley. Puck comes back to the point. Fired, misses. Goes off the baseboards. Comes out at the hash mark. Played by Newcomb. Drops it back to Myers. Shot fired. Goes in through traffic. Never makes it through. Picked up by Roberto. Roberto gets us into the neutral zone for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer into the offensive end. Shot. Oh, he duffed on the shot. Hit on the wrong side of the puck, it looked like. Miller gets that out into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Montoya. Montoya making his way in. Backhand pass for Miller. Gets blocked. Puck goes to the corner. Camden Adams picks this up. Gets this out into the neutral zone. Newcomb steals it. Newcomb off the boards. Puck comes out for Camden Adams. Adams couldn't stay with it. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Montoya gains control. Montoya reaching for it, pulls that puck back, dumps it in over the end line. Seamus Newcomb gets a piece of it. Not enough, though. Alex Burpee takes that puck away. Coming back, Henry Miller making a play on it. Miller comes out with that puck. Shot! No goal! Oh, hits the post and comes out. This puck goes down the length of the ice, played by Will Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer from behind the Caz goal. Tries passing it out for Roberto. Couldn't get it to him as Montoya steals that pass. Montoya to Newcomb. Newcomb back to Montoya. Montoya gets hit. Newcomb shot. Kick save. Cressley. Puck clearing attempted. Held by Cornish. Nice grab by Cornish on the boards. This puck comes out. Pfeiffer has it. Pfeiffer's just got to outskate Newcomb. Draws his puck back. Shot misses wide left. Off the backboard, Ashton Werner picks it up, can't hold it. This puck gets cleared the length of the ice by Cazenovia, and that's going to be an icing call. Cazenovia eventually winning that draw. Puck comes all the way down. Murcia sends that behind his goal for Max DeVoe. DeVoe plays it back to Christopher Pierce. Pierce from behind his own net passes it up to Bennett Snyder. Snyder brings this into the neutral zone, drops it off for Cohen Werner. Werner dumps that puck in, goes in deep. Hagen touches it from behind his goal, sends it around for Dylan George. Puck goes back behind the Caz goal. Picked up, though, by Jack Casey. Casey gets it up to Haichu. Haichu touches it forward for Dan-Dalin. Now goes back. Casey brings this puck out. Speared at by Christopher Pierce. Not able to get enough of it. Corbin Murcia sends that around back behind the goal. Christopher Pierce picks it up. Sends this forward. Hagen's going to grab it at his own blue line. Drift back towards his goal. And Hagen's going to use the safety of his net to pass this puck up to Dan-Dalin. Dan-Dalin can't catch it. Max DeVoe did, but it was on the wrong side of the blue line, and he brought it back over. That's an offsides. Neutral zone faceoff between Landon Briggs and Will Pfeiffer. Briggs wins, gets that puck over to DiNatale. DiNatale dumps that puck in. First one to it, Ashton Werner. Werner sends it up along the boards. Windsor trying to get that puck out, and Briggs is battling to bring it back in. Briggs has it, sends it behind the goal for DiNatale. DiNatale looking for somebody to pass to, preferably in the slot. Puck gets sent back to him. Briggs makes it to the slot. Nobody there to pass the puck to him, though. Briggs goes into the corner. Can't play on that puck. Max Fiumera sends it off the boards. Penoria holds it in. Dumps it in deep. Briggs chases after it. Getting that puck on the far side is Alex Pappas. Now Briggs. Puck flies through the air. Pappas shot. Save by Cressley. That puck gets picked up by Kayan Seti. Seti brings this up over the blue line. Gets poked away by Casey. Miller gets this into the neutral zone. Grabbed there by Cohen Werner. Werner sends this over. Miller goes down as he got tripped up by the stick of Will Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer is going to go to the box. Oh, I missed my minute call. Whoops. Much less than 1 minute remaining. Windsor penalty, number 16, Will Pfeiffer. 2-minute minor for tripping. Number 16, 2 minutes, trip. Time of the minor penalty, 16:45. Less than 10 seconds remaining in this period. Faceoff will be to the right side of Cressley. Anthony Mazzeo taking the faceoff for Windsor against Dan-Dalin. Puck goes to the corner, dropped down by Pierce. That gets cleared by Windsor, and that's where this period's going to end. And that concludes our second period of play of the second game of the day for the Lamont Nicholson tournament. Be sure to get your 50-50 raffle tickets. The drawing is going to be held in just a few moments. Stop by the Cold Front Cafe to get something warm and hot to eat or drink. It's yummy and it's for you. This game is being live streamed on my YouTube channel, The Dan-Dalin, A Positive Influence. Make sure you check it out and subscribe, because subscribing makes you cool. here we are back and ready to go for period number 3. Mazzeo wins that draw. Puck comes back to Fiumera. Fiumera fires that forward. No icing. Lucas Cornish picks it up for Cazenovia, sends that puck around, speared out by Pappas, gets it into the neutral zone, turned back by Windsor. Casey, though, stealing that puck at the blue line. Gives it to Cornish. Cornish sends this across for Pappas. Pappas touches it, so no icing, but not able to catch that puck. Fiumera fires this down the length of the ice. No icing again as it went through traffic. Paused by Stahlberg. Drop back Montoya picks this puck up. Montoya curling around in front of his goal. Loses it. Lou almost lost his edge. Jack Casey grabs that puck, takes it safely back behind his net. Stops short as he gets challenged by Mazzeo. Remember, Cazenovia is on the power play here. Warner tries sending that puck out, gets stolen by Dan-Dalin. Dan-Dalin curling around. They're going to try to set up the umbrella now. Dan-Dalin sends this back behind the goal for Cornish. Cornish picks it up off the board, sends it up to Montoya at the point. Montoya back to the hash mark, comes back to Montoya. Montoya over to Casey. Casey back to Montoya. Montoya winds up, shot, and it's a goal! Cazenovia goal scored by number 16, Riley Montoya. Assisted by number 9, Jack Casey. 16 from 9. Time of the Cazenovia Lakers power play goal, 1:21. Face off to the right side of Ezra Stahlberg. Won by Windsor. They dumped that puck in behind the goal. Roberto going after it. Roberto getting all tied up by Hagen. Hagen able to get that puck. Gives it up to Dan-Dalin. Held in at the point by Christopher Pierce. Fires it. Backhand shot taken by Camden Adams. Save Ezra Stahlberg. Puck fired into the corner by Roberto. Picking that puck up is Camden Adams. Adams at the hash mark. Drops it back into the corner for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer sends this in for Roberto. Roberto sends it back up for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer back to Roberto. Roberto loses it. Finn Hagen has that puck. Sends it behind the goal for Casey. Casey loses it. Comes out. Camden Adams tried using her toe to pick that puck up. Adams goes down. And Adams is going to the box. Windsor penalty, number 23, Camden Adams. 2-minute minor for tripping. Number 23, 2 minutes, trip. Time of the minor penalty, 2:22. Puck being chased down by Ashton Werner. Werner gets it, tries to rip it, misses it. Picking that puck up is Haichu. Haichu centering pass gets deflected away. Held in by Dan-Dalin. He fires that into the slot. Gets, again, deflected that time by Murcia. Puck picked up by Ashton Werner. Werner fires this round, tries clearing it. That gets stopped by Cazenovia. Held in by Finn Hagen. Hagen gives it to Dan-Dalin. Dan-Dalin curling around. Center point. Top of the slot. Shot fired. Sails high off the glass. Drops down. Collected back behind the goal. No, it's stuck on the back of the netting. And that'll be a face-off in the neutral zone because it was put there by Cazenovia. Newcomb taking a face-off against Max DeVoe. Newcomb wins, draws his puck back to Lucas Cornish. Cornish sends his puck forward, goes on net, save Cressley. Puck collected by Murcia. Murcia sends this around on the near side. That gets missed by Cornish, goes all the way down the length of the ice. Played by Ezra Stahlberg, picked up by Casey. Casey challenged by Max DeVoe. Casey loses DeVoe. DeVoe coming, that's Pfeiffer coming after him. Puck gets sent up to Cornish. Cornish loses it. Casey trying to get that out. Puck stolen by DeVoe. It is DeVoe, not Pfeiffer. DeVoe fires it at the official's head. Official ducks out of the way. Coming up with that puck, Lucas Cornish. Cornish. That's not Cornish. That's Montoya. Montoya drops that puck off wide. Kaz takes it back into the corner. Passed up to Montoya. Montoya sends this across for Cornish. Cornish shot on goal. Save Cressley. Face off to the left side of Cressley, comes back to the point for Cornish. Cornish sends this in deep, goes back behind the goal. Dylan George going after it, can't catch to it in time. Donlin comes over at the hash mark, grabs that puck, sends it back for Haichu. Haichu fired, misses wide left. George grabs that puck, centering pass attempted, goes off the side of the net, picked up by Henry Miller. Miller rips this down the length of the ice. No icing. Casey picks it up behind his goal, sends this around, stopped by Camden Adams on the far side. Can't get a shot off, though. Donlin steals that puck. Here comes Donlin. Moving forward with this puck. Jack Donlin, forced wide right, shot, save by Cressley. Rebound taken by Henry Miller, not able to get it on. Is that Miller? Or is that Haichu? It's Haichu. Not able to get it. Haichu picks that puck up in the neutral zone, sends that on net. Sticked aside by Cressley, goes to the corner, comes back up. Picked up by Roberto. Joseph Roberto into the neutral zone. Passes across for Pfeiffer. Probably should have taken it with him instead of unloading that puck. Christopher Pierce picks that up. Gets hit. Roberto gets hit off that puck. Cornish loses this to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer can't get the shot off as Hagen comes across. Hagen gets hit by Roberto with the puck. Camden Adams sends this forward. Coming back to pick that puck up, Henry Miller. Miller goes back behind his goal. Miller getting peppered by Pfeiffer. You should ought to pick a peck of that. Coming up with this puck, Seamus Newcomb. Newcomb trying to get that puck through Max Fiumera. Can't. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Hagen able to dump that in and keeping his team on sides. Hagen with that puck going back behind the net, spinning one way, sending the puck the other, taking that puck into the corner. Hagen has it, centering pass, gets swept away by Max Fiumera. Puck goes back, wraparound, attempted nothing. That gets swatted away. Newcomb dumps that puck into the corner. Puck goes into the corner, coming around Montoya, loses it. Camden Adams trying to bring that puck out, able to get it into the neutral zone, gets it up to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer trying to make his way through, can't get the shot off as Finn Hagen's there to poke that puck away. Newcomb with it. Seamus over the blue line. Seamus drops that off for Hagen. Hagen loses, stop short, shot, pad save by Peterson Cressley. Puck's at the hash mark. Dina Talley with it. Dina Talley turning, shooting goes over far wide. Pompa's not able to get a stick down in time. Puck goes to Brock Malajcik. Malajcik over the blue line. Malajcik dancing his way in. Shot. No goal. That gets backhanded out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Ashton Werner. Werner gets this up to Mazzeo. Mazzeo loses, comes back into the neutral zone. Ashton Werner gets this up to Malajcik. Malajcik tries sending this in deep, stopped by Penoyer. Penoyer turns this back, held in the neutral zone by Windsor. Moving forward is Mazzeo. Mazzeo can't get that shot off. Jack Casey steals that puck. Casey passes this puck up to Alex Pappas. Pappas sends this across to Vinny DiNatale. DiNatale loses this in the neutral zone to Corbin Murcia. Murcia brings this up into the O zone and turns that puck over. Comes back out and in. Picked up by Jack Casey. Casey sends his puck across, misses his target, and that's an icing. And we've got our winning 50-50 raffle ticket number right here. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. The winning number is 470-7988. That's 470-7988. If you've got the winning ticket, take it to the admissions table to claim your winnings now. Woohoo! Puck gets turned back in the neutral zone. Chasing it down, Jack Casey loses it as he hits the blue line. Bennett Snyder tries clearing it out. Donlin holds this, dumps his puck in deep. Picked up behind the goal by Corbin Murcia. Murcia passes it up for Snyder. Snyder tries ripping this across, gets deflected. And Haichu has it in his own zone, though. Now this comes out into the neutral zone. Alex Burpee passes across to Bennett Snyder. Snyder, this goes on the net, and that's going to get covered up by Ezra Stahlberg. So the faceoff will be to the left side of Ezra. Will Pfeiffer coming in, takes that off the faceoff, shot on net, saves Stahlberg. Those are always exciting. Pfeiffer and Miller going to square up again. Puck comes back, Montoya able to get that out into the neutral zone, collected by Ashton Werner there. Werner fires this, gets deflected by Montoya. Passed up, Miller trying to bring it forward. Christopher Pierce turns it back, gets it up to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer moving in. Pfeiffer, backhand shot, misses the net. Comes over onto the side, picked up by Dylan Terrell. Terrell sends this in deep back behind the net. You didn't spend it all in one place, did you? Puck grabbed by Finn Hagen. Hagen sends this up, stopped by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer sends this up for Seti. Seti sends this in over the end line. Finn Hagen there trying to play that puck out. Christopher Pierce dumps that puck in behind the goal. Dylan Terrell with it. Terrell sends it to the corner, grabbed by Finn Hagen. He tries ripping that out, picked up by Donlin. I'm sorry, not Donlin, that's Newcomb. Newcomb sends this down the length of the ice. Battle for it continues down in the corner. Centering pass by Newcomb gets stopped by Christopher Pierce of Windsor. He sends this puck out into the neutral zone for Seti. Seti crisscrosses all the way over to Terrell. Terrell takes this up into the offensive end, dumps it, and goes off for his change. Puck goes right to Jack Casey, though. Casey trying to take advantage of the line change. It does. Sends this puck across. Penoyer gets hit by Aiden Room. Puck goes to Jack Casey. Casey loses it to Ashton Werner. This puck is coming back for Windsor's benefit. Brock Malajcik leaning. Malajcik back behind the net. Malajcik tries centering this. Comes all the way up. Drop down. Glove by Werner. Shot. Glove save. Ezra Stahlberg. That was some crazy hockey right there.
Let's go, Kev.
Faceoff will be to the left side of Ezra Stahlberg. Taking the draw is Anthony Mazzeo for Windsor. Puck comes into the slot. Oh! Blows a tire. Corbin Murcia couldn't get that shot off. Puck gets swept away. Taken, though, picked up by Haichu. Haichu shot, save, Cressley. Puck goes to the corner. Haichu going after. Puck comes out. Cornish at the point with it. Shot fired, save, Cressley. Face off to the right side of Peterson Cressley. Donlin facing off against Camden Adams. Adams wins, draws that puck back. Will Pfeiffer grabs it, sends it all the way across. Roberto skated in the wrong direction. Puck taken away by Lucas Cornish. Cornish cutting through the neutral zone. Cornish crosses over the center line, dumps that puck in deep, goes all the way to the far corner. Corbin Murcia there to play it back for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer pulls that puck out for Camden Adams. Adams sends it forward for Roberto. Roberto chases after that puck into the corner with Elijah Myers. Myers puts the hit on. Puck comes up. Donlin drops his puck back. Myers tries ripping it back behind, loses it. Puck comes up for Hightower. Highchew trying to move that puck forward, sweeps it across the zone. Puck gets turned out by Windsor. Miller there pushes it to Casey. Casey backhands his puck over to Hagen. Hagen steps up into the neutral zone, dumps that puck all the way down, goes back behind the net. Montoya had a stick caught in his sweater. Puck comes up. Seamus Newcomb with it. Newcomb drops this back for Montoya. Montoya's got to chase after it behind the goal. Montoya to the corner, drops it back behind him for Is that Haichu? No, it is not. That is Miller. Miller sends this across for Casey. Casey fires this in the slot. Battle for it. Windsor able to sweep it away. Picked up by Cohen Werner. Werner gives this over to Pfeiffer. Puck goes back behind the Caz goal. Speared at by Finn Hagen. He goes to the corner. Pfeiffer over there gets a piece of it. Puck comes out. Pfeiffer not able to get the shot off. Puck comes back up to the point. Ashton Werner sends it to the corner. Turned back out by Cazenovia. Played by by Max Fiumera. Fiumera fires it forward. This makes it all the way in. No icing. Played by Finn Hagen. Hagen backhands it up to Montoya. Montoya with the puck on the near side. Backhands this all the way out into the neutral zone. Kicked down by Alex Burpee. Comes over to the side. Cohen Werner tries sending it across. Casey spears at it. Sends us into the offensive end. But Alex Burpee picks this puck up. Burpee to Werner. Werner touches it forward. Gets turned back by Hagen. And that went out and back in again. It's an offsides. Neutral zone faceoff comes back towards Windsor. Windsor sends it up. Jack Penoyer grabs it for Cazenovia. Sends this into the neutral zone. Max DeVoe grabs it. Passes it back to Ashton Werner. Werner sends this puck forward. Goes off the boards. Collected by Jack Penoyer. Penoyer runs into trouble. Coming back is Haichu to help out. Puck gets sent in back behind the Cazenovia goal. Played back there by Lucas Cornish. Cornish loses it. Bennett Snyder sends this. Goes across the paint from Snyder. Nothing doing. Donlin coming out with this puck. Donlin at center ice. Donlin over the blue line. Shot fired. Gets deflected. Goes harmlessly behind the goal. Passed up on the near side. Cohen Werner crisscrosses all the way across to Bennett Snyder. Snyder coming in over the blue line. Snyder draws his puck back. Loses it. Donlin picks it up at the blue line. Donlin tries taking it with him. Donlin takes Christopher Pierce's stick and shoots it forward. Not allowed to do that. But he got away with it. Here's Ashton Werner moving forward with the puck. Werner coming in, shot, save, puck goes across the paint, rebound cleared, and diving on top of that is Ezra Stahlberg for the save. Face-off taken by Will Pfeiffer. Pushes it forward, gets grabbed by Cazenovia. They rip that puck all the way around. Pfeiffer catches it at the blue line, turns, passes it over to Terrell. Terrell can't catch it, has to play it off the boards, swings and misses. And we've got some hockey going on there. Seamus Newcomb backhands his puck up to Montoya. Montoya shot and a goal. Finn Hagen sends that puck around. Cazenovia goal scored by number 16, Riley Montoya. Assisted by number 2, Seamus Newcomb. 16 from 2. That's a hat trick. Time of the Cazenovia Lakers goal, 14:09. And that's a goal! Sorry, you missed that. That goal was scored by number 9, Jack Casey, assisted by 19, Vinny DiNatale, from 4, Finn Hagen. 9 from 19 from 4. There's a nice save. Time of the goal was 14:41. Face-off will be to the right side of Cressley. It is 5-0 Cazenovia over Windsor. Windsor penalty, number 15, Aiden Room, 2-minute minor for interference. Number 15, 2 minutes interference. Time of the minor penalty, 15:34. 1 minute of play remaining in the third period. Final minute of play. Montoya with that puck, passes out to Casey. Casey's shot gets blocked. Casey tries again. This one goes deflected wide, picked up by Montoya. Montoya circling around, passes his puck over at the far hash mark. Shot fired, goes wide. Montoya comes in to pick it up again. Montoya loses it, falls down because he got tripped by Camden Adams. We'll let it go though. Seamus Newcomb to Montoya. Montoya sends this behind the goal, comes right back to him. Montoya back out to Casey. Jack Casey sends this back into Montoya. Riley centering pass. Seamus Newcomb swings and misses. This puck gets cleared out by Windsor. 15 seconds to go. Puck played on by Ezra Stahlberg. Stahlberg sends it behind his own net. Jack Casey grabs it. Passes puck off. Backhand taken by Roberto. Nothing doing. 5 seconds to go. Puck's in the corner. And the Cazenovia Lakers are just going to hold on to that one in the corner and clear it now. And that concludes another exciting game of ice hockey here at the 8th Annual Lamont Nicholson Memorial Tournament. On behalf of the Salmon River Ice Hockey Association, the Ontario Bay Booster Club, and the Ontario Bay Storm, I am the Dan-Dalin. We'd like to thank you all for coming out here this weekend. Thank you for your superior sportsmanship. We hope you've been enjoying your stay here this weekend. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, or tomorrow at noon, the Windsor team will be playing against Mohawk Valley Jugglers. That game set puck drop at noon. And at 2 o'clock, we'll have the championship game between the Ontario Bay Storm and the Cazenovia Lakers. Now that the game has concluded, please be sure to pick up all of your belongings, return and fold your warming blankets to their appropriate receptacles. Stick around, look for your Cell phones, travel mugs, small children, and trash, be sure to take them with you. We don't need them. Again, I am the Dan-Dalin. Thank you for being here. Don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day, everyone. And thank you again to all of my sponsors. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Hope you've enjoyed it. Look forward to having you back here again tomorrow. I am the Dan-Dalin. Don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day, everyone.